It's not a joke when it comes to 500 million US dollars by alert. This is a very important event that doesn't happen very often. That's how much the Empire State Building in New York City is worth, to give you an idea. And think about someone putting that much money into crypto. We should pay attention to that move because it is very important. What's the catch, though? Let's find out. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the curve in the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. As the time runs out until Bitcoin is split in half, the atmosphere is electric and joy spreads like flames through the cryptocurrency world. A lot of people are paying attention to this event. A lot of different feelings are stirred up by this big change. There is an obvious buzz of excitement, a mix of thrill and fear running through the blood of both investors and fans. Cut in half the number of new Bitcoins that can be made all at once. It's like the big reveal of a rare prize. The fact that there aren't many Bitcoins makes their prices go through the roof, sending them into the clouds. Many buyers see this as a great chance to get rich, a chance to ride the wave of a changing market. Now, though, things get really interesting. Altcoiners, the supporters of alternative cryptocurrency like Shiba Inu, aren't just curiously watching this show. They're on the edge of their seats, waiting for the event to shake up their own part of the crypto world. To them, the half of Bitcoin is not just a small change, it's a huge wave that could completely change the way cryptocurrencies work. One thing is certain: as the time runs out and the excitement builds to a fever pitch. The Bitcoin halving isn't just a moment in time. It's a turning point that could change everything about the cryptocurrency world as we know it. But here's an interesting thing. Even with all the excitement going on, there's one thing that's making people confused. Why do the prices of cryptocurrencies keep going down? Where are the green lights on the chart that show all that excitement? That's a pretty big question, isn't it? And let me tell you, it's making people, well, confused. It's like lining up for a fireworks show and only seeing a few lights go off. Do not worry, though, because someone on Twitter stepped up and gave a good reason. In order to throw some much-needed light on the problem, they broke it down into 3 stages. As our Twitter wise man puts it, the first step is the last pre-halving backtrack. In essence, they're saying that Bitcoin was moving in this way before the event. Think about it this way. Think of Bitcoin going back 2 steps, minus 18% retraces, before it takes a huge step forward. 2 times now, in the middle of March and the middle of April. But here's the catch. This trend of going down right before halving is nothing new. It actually did happen before. Before the split in 2016, Bitcoin fell even more, to a level of 38%. In 2020, it fell to a level of 19%. But there is one good thing about this. People think that this drop is the last chance to get Bitcoin for a low price before the halving happens. It may look like a bad sign, but it's actually preparing for what could be a big improvement. And since the halving is coming up soon, the time couldn't be better. Go around. You may now be wondering why I'm talking about Bitcoin. Thanks for asking. Today, Lucy, who is part of the official Shiba Inu development team, sent out a tweet that blew everyone away. Lucy says that Shiba Inu is getting ready for a super cycle right after Bitcoin's current reaccumulation cycle ends in 2023. Bitcoin is the most important cryptocurrency in the world. Its value and moves affect the whole market. It's like a wave that makes all boats go higher. To make things even more important, the official Shiba Inu team is now talking about how important Bitcoin is, especially with the split event coming up. Lucy recently tweeted about her Bitcoin research chart, which shows how the market has changed from 2014 to a possible year in 2025. She talked about 3 important stages in the Bitcoin market in her analysis: the bottom, the reaccumulation phase, and the bull market. When a decline stops, finds support at a certain price, and then starts to move up, that's market bottom. Lucy's chart shows that the most recent low point in the Bitcoin market was in November 2022, when Bitcoin hit $15,000. Shiba Inu, on the other hand, didn't hit rock bottom until June 2023. The reaccumulation phase comes after the bottom system. This is when the market stabilizes as buyers start to get back in. For Bitcoin, this phase began in March 2023 and ended in the fall of that year. Bitcoin's price ranged from $24 to $31,000 during this time. Shiba Inu's price went up after it hit a low point in June 2023, but it didn't go up much during its regathering phase. Bitcoin's price has gone through the roof, beating its all-time high from 2021 now that the reaccumulation phase is over and the market is about to go into a bull run. Late in February, the price of Shiba Inus also began to rise. It reached all-time highs, which was a 450% rise and put it over halfway to its all-time high. Also, you should know this. When it comes to Shiba Inu, reaching halfway is a big deal. For example, there were many doubters who thought Shiba Inu was a ship that was going down because it hadn't shown any signs of growth for a long time. They thought its time had passed and that putting money into it would be like putting money into a black hole. But my, how things have changed. Now those who doubted Shiba Inu are regretting what they said as the dog starts to climb back up. Like seeing a bird rise from the ashes, these doubters are shaking their heads in shock as they realize they may have been wrong about Shiba Inu's abilities. For some of them, the thought of Shiba Inu being more than what meets the eye might be making them change their minds. Shiba Inu is seeing big jumps in open interest on the best markets today, especially after its amazing 9.75% rise in the last 24 hours. This fresh confidence may be the reason. It's like the market is being hit by waves of newfound optimism. Buyers and traders are becoming more interested in the Shiba Inu as an asset because of its strength and growth potential. Earlier today, Shiba Inu's prices showed signs of recovering from their recent drop. This is a solid 9.75% rise from yesterday's low. This rise shows that buyers are becoming more interested in the asset, especially since it hit the 4 to 0's 18 range on Saturday. Coin lies show that there is a noticeable rise in open interest for Shiba Inus on major platforms. The number of people interested in Huobi's Shiba Inu rose to $15.7 million, while OKX's rose to $14.66 million. It was also surprising that open interest on other platforms, such as Kraken, BitMEX, and Bitfinex, was less than $1 million. Open interest is the amount of open Shiba Inu contracts that haven't been settled yet. It shows how active the market is and how interested investors are in Shiba Inu futures contracts. More risk-averse buyers are likely to expect big changes in the Shiba Inu market soon, as shown by the rise in open interests. But the long-short ratio, which is at 0.94 right now, shows that more buyers are betting that the Shiba Inu price will go down. It's likely that these people know about the pre-halving backtrack we talked about earlier. What's interesting is this, though. From that Twitter user's point of view, we're now in Phase 2, which is known as the reaccumulation area. During this time, things get ready for what's to come. Sometime it starts a few weeks before the half and ends with a breakout a few weeks after the event. Now the main goal is for Bitcoin to set a strong range low within this reaccumulation range. When doing this, you have to move sideways before and after the half. The length of this phase can range from a few weeks to 150 days, which is about 5 months. Many buyers may start to feel antsy or let down at this point, especially if they don't see big gains right away. But it's right to wait and think about the bigger picture. These stages are very important for preparing the Bitcoin market and the whole crypto space, including Shiba Inu, for what's to come. What is the third step, though? That last one. This is pretty interesting. An individual on Twitter said that this phase is all about the steep rise. This is when Bitcoin leaves the area where it is being stored and starts growing quickly. Think of it as a rocket taking off into space, with prices going up and up in a high curve. For many years, this time has lasted a little over a year, or 385 days. With the chance that this market cycle will speed up, however, that time frame might be shorter this time. It's like speeding up Bitcoin's trip to the moon. That's probably why, yesterday, when everyone else was selling their Bitcoin out of fear, an unknown whale came in and bought $496 million worth of Bitcoin from Coinbase. That they would do something so risky shows how confident they are in Bitcoin's future. Because of these things, the future of crypto looks very bright. But what do you think about that? Leave a comment below. I look forward to reading your thoughts. The date is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.